Yo, what's going on? My name is Andres Tagliaferro, but you can just call me Tags. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you the one tool, the one system to stay focused all of the time and not waste any more time while I work. Now, I don't know about you, but I, as a creative person, I tend to get distracted very easily when I'm trying to do the mundane tasks of sitting down and editing a video for a client, or writing out a script for a video, literally anything else that requires me not speaking to anything or making music or anything I'm passionate about. But the more annoying things, there's just something in my mind that I could never just lock in and focus. I'd either be scrolling through TikTok 10 minutes into it, or I would get up and make a coffee because I'm like, well, I can't work without a coffee cup on my desk. There was always something, right, that I get distracted with. And I have a feeling that you're probably this way too. And I have a feeling that you're probably watching this video instead of doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, which is all good. No judgment here. You know what I'm saying? You can finish this video and then get back to work. But today I want to talk about something that I learned a long time ago that was introduced to me by one of my creative directors that I used to work for. And it's super simple, okay? The issue that you have isn't just distraction. The issue is your time management. A lot of us get a little overwhelmed subconsciously, or maybe sometimes consciously, by the fact that we need to work for 8 hours today, or we need to tackle this really big project today, and we have a deadline and we have to finish it today. So instead of just getting to work the way we should, we're thinking about the fact that it's gonna take all day to do this. Or maybe we slotted 3 hours for it and it's gonna take a whole 3 hours when you could be doing this or that. It's not really the distractions, even though that's what we blame. It's the fact that we may feel a little overwhelmed. And so this thing that I learned a while ago is a way to manage your time better, track your time better. And this sounds boring, but this is actually a really cool thing that if you implement it today to your workflow, if you're a manager, if you're a creative director, to your team. And this is what I like to call the 90-10 rule, or timer-based sprints. Now, the basis is that you work, you put your phone on do not disturb, you close every other tab, and you focus up and you commit to focusing for this one thing for 90 minutes straight. But at the end of the 90 minutes, you give yourself a 10-minute break. And then all you gotta do is work for 90 minutes, and it doesn't feel like you're working for 8 hours today. And maybe the task that you have at hand won't feel so overwhelming, because all you have to focus on is the next 90 minutes of the day. The 90-10 rule works like this. Decide how long you wanna work for the day. Okay, let's say I have a project, I need to edit a video for a client, and in the past I've known that to finish this video I need 4 hours. Okay, well, 4 hours worth of work, that's what I have ahead of me. That's my general idea. Sit down at your desk and pull up a timer. Now, you know, if you have an iPhone, or if you have any other, like, you know, Android or whatever, I mean, I don't really know because I don't be using that. But if you have one of those, I'm sure it has a timer, and you're gonna want to pull it up, and you're gonna want to set it for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Just like that. Set your timer, you put that right next to your keyboard, or maybe put it, if it's on your phone and you don't want to get distracted, toss it on your bed. Once you have it set up, hit start and start working, okay? It's simple. You do not get up from whatever you're doing. You do not stop working on the task until one, it's finished, or that 90-minute bell rings. And the beauty of it is that you're not just saying, oh my gosh, I have to work for 4 hours. I'm so scared, right? Because like, that's a long time, and it's so annoying. What a drag. It's so I hate it, right? No, you don't have to think like that. It's just 90 minutes. So if you're setting up a 4-hour time, you're gonna do that the amount of times until you finish working, or until you finish that work day. It's just a way better way to manage your time. It's a lot less scary to work for 90 minutes than it is to work for 8 hours today. Oftentimes, if we know we're gonna spend a whole day working on something, we might delay it a little bit, because it's just human nature. When something seems too big, it's hard. It's similar to another video I made about doing little things every day to get to a bigger goal, right? Setting up little actionable items in order to eventually see an end result. Well, if you set up little blocks of time that you can focus on, instead of focusing on the big block of time, it's gonna be a lot easier to do it. It's just common sense. Here's another thing that this is gonna do to your workflow that you're gonna find to be the best thing ever. Maybe you think you're gonna finish your task in 6 hours, right? And so you've committed to 6 hours. You're gonna finish that way faster than if you weren't focusing for 90-minute blocks. You're gonna realize that you get distracted a lot more often than you might even think. I'm a victim of that as an editor, somebody who creates YouTube videos. If I don't have some sort of constraint or some sort of focus time window, like what I'm proposing, some sort of timer-based sprint, I know that every 30 minutes is usually around the time I start clocking out, or maybe I start feeling a little fatigue from like editing, and then I'll use that as an excuse to leave and then come back later. And sometimes the break isn't 10 minutes. The break will be 20 minutes, or maybe I'll get caught up and I'll get on a call with somebody that I don't need to call, or maybe I'll say, you know what, I'm gonna walk my dog because I need to do it right now. Even though these are things that I didn't really need to do, and I could have waited and I could have focused for 90 minutes. Remember, everything that you've been tracking so far, whatever these medial tasks are that you have to do every day, you've been tracking it without focus involved. You've been tracking a distracted mind if you're watching this video. So you're gonna see that if you're focusing more acutely, and if you're spending more time doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, you're macro gonna spend less time doing it. It's so awesome and it's so sick, and I can't believe it took so long for somebody to tell me this. It seems so basic and so obvious, but the beauty about the timer is that it's not like you have to keep a clock, right? I remember when I was in school and there would be those standardized tests that you have to take. I remember looking up at the clock all of the time, and that was a way for me to check if I'm on time or not. Beauty about a timer is that you don't have to worry about it. You can lock your phone or whatever you're using to time yourself and only focus on the thing you're looking at. You're not glancing up at a clock, you're not checking to see if it's almost there. It's just focus for 90 minutes until you literally audibly hear the thing go off. And the other thing is, if you're catching a groove and if you're doing really well, sometimes you might not want to take the break. You'll catch that flow state and you'll just keep going. You'll see that just committing to a specific time window is going to help you in way more ways that I can even explain in this video. And one last thing I'll say about this tip, right, and this thing that you can add to your workflow, is that you can customize it for yourself. I called it the 90-10 rule because it adds up to 100 and it sounds really pretty, but it can be 60-20. Or it could be 50-10, 75-15. It really doesn't matter. It's just the fact of you setting a time and making sure that you're tracking not just the time you're working, but the time you're resting and the time you're taking a break. That level of accountability is gonna make your productivity go up 1,000. It's gonna maximize your time in a way that you've never felt before. I would heavily encourage any managers, any directors, any leads at any creative team, any form of objective-based role team that you might be overseeing, like maybe web developers, designers, anything like that, to implement this rule. And you're gonna see that you're gonna get a lot more work done. Someone might look at it and be like, oh, this is like micromanaging, and obviously it's all in the tone and the way that you use it. It was never like a forced, like I had a manager breathing down my neck for the 90 minutes. It was just a way for me to be personally accountable. Because at the end of the day, if you're a leader, if you're a manager, you just want the stuff done on time, right? And this will help you. And this will help the people that are doing it. I think it's just an overall really great tool to use. I hope you guys got some value out of this, and if you implement this into your workflow, let me know what you think. And if this is your first time hearing of this concept, let me know what your thoughts are. Or like, is there anything that sounds a little weird, or is there something that you think might help you? Let me know. Leave a comment. And if you like these kind of self-improvement tips to grow in your field, or you're creative and you enjoy videos like this and learning more, consider hitting the subscribe button and the like button. It'll help me a whole lot, especially the like button, because it will push my video out even further. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Not only for me, when I'm watching videos on YouTube, I like going to the comments and seeing what other people are saying and then interacting with them. So not only are you helping me and giving me feedback, you're also helping somebody who is curious to learn how to manage your time better too. You know what I'm saying? This is a community thing. It's not just me talking to a camera. It's not just me talking to you. It's y'all talking to each other in the comments. So go ahead and do that. If you've already subscribed, you've already commented, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing week. You can do it. You can stay focused and you can get more done. Believe me, it's changed my life. And I really believe that it'll change yours. Y'all have a good one. And remember to stay grateful. Peace.